Let me ask you a question that could change everything. What if everything you've been told about God, about the nature of life, reality, and your place in it is only half the truth? What if the people who hold the most power in the world, the secret elite, know something profound about God that they'll never tell you? Something they guard fiercely, not because it's dangerous, but because if you knew it, you'd stop playing their game entirely. Have you ever wondered why so much of the world is designed to distract us, divide us, and keep us in a constant state of struggle? Why do they keep you chasing money, success, and approval, while quietly hoarding knowledge about the universe, the soul, and the divine? It's not just about wealth or power, it's about control. Because the greatest control isn't over your money, your career, or even your body, it's over your mind and your spirit. If they keep you thinking small, if they keep you believing you're limited, separate, and powerless, then they win. But if you awaken to the truth, if you remember who you really are, then their power crumbles. And that's why they'll never tell you what I'm about to share with you. First, let's clear something up. God isn't what you've been taught. Forget the images of an old man in the sky, judging your every move. Forget the idea of a distant deity who rewards or punishes you based on whether you follow the rules. Those are stories designed to make you feel small and dependent. The truth is far greater, far more profound, and far more empowering. The secret elite knows this. They know that God isn't something outside of you. God isn't somewhere far away, watching from above. God is within you. God is you.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Now, I don't mean this in some vague, feel-good way. This isn't about ego or arrogance. When I say God is you, I mean that the same infinite intelligence that created the universe flows through you. The same energy that moves the stars, grows the trees, and breathes life into everything is the essence of who you are. You're not separate from it. You're not a drop in the ocean, you are the ocean in a single drop. And that's the truth they don't want you to know. Because if you knew that, you wouldn't need them anymore. You wouldn't buy into their systems, their hierarchies, their fear-based narratives. You'd realize that you are free, limitless, and whole. But here's the thing, knowing this truth isn't enough. It's one thing to hear the words, to nod along, and to think, yeah, that sounds nice, but it's another thing entirely to feel it, to experience it, to live it. And that's where the secret elite has an advantage. They don't just know this truth intellectually, they use it. They've mastered the art of harnessing the divine energy within them to shape reality. They understand the principles of creation, manifestation, and alignment, and they use them to build empires, amass wealth, and maintain control. Meanwhile, the rest of us are kept in the dark, chasing shadows and forgetting that we hold the same power. So, let's break it down. If God is within you, if you are an expression of the divine, then that means you have the power to create your reality. Think about that for a moment. Everything you experience, your relationships, your circumstances, your challenges, is a reflection of your inner state. The secret elite knows this. They understand that the world is malleable, that reality is shaped by consciousness, and they use this knowledge to their advantage. They don't see the world as a fixed, external force, they see it as a mirror. A mirror that reflects their beliefs, intentions, and energy. But what about you? Have you ever noticed how your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs seem to shape your experiences? When you're filled with fear or doubt, doesn't life seem to throw obstacle after obstacle your way? And when you're aligned, when you're in a state of flow, doesn't everything seem to fall into place effortlessly? That's not a coincidence. That's the law of creation at work. You are constantly creating your reality, whether you realize it or not. The question is, are you creating consciously, or are you creating from a place of fear and limitation? The secret elite creates consciously. They understand the power of focus, intention, and energy. They know that what you focus on grows, that where your attention goes, your energy flows. And so, they've designed a world that keeps your focus on the wrong things. They bombard you with distractions, endless entertainment, divisive politics, fear-based media, so you never have the time or space to look within. They keep you chasing external validation, so you never realize that everything you're looking for is already within you. But here's the good news: you don't need to be part of the elite to access this power. You don't need wealth, status, or privilege to awaken to the truth of who you are. All you need is awareness. Awareness of the divine energy within you. Awareness of your own creative power. Awareness that you are not a victim of life, you are the creator of it. So, let me ask you, what are you creating right now? What thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are shaping your reality? Are you living from a place of fear, scarcity, and separation? Or are you living from a place of love, abundance, and connection? Because here's the truth: the energy you put out into the world is the energy that comes back to you. If you want to change your reality, you have to change your energy. And that starts with remembering who you are. But here's where it gets tricky. The secret elite doesn't just understand this, they actively work to keep you from understanding it. They've created a system that thrives on your disempowerment, a system that keeps you focused on what you lack rather than what you have, a system that feeds off your fear, your doubt, and your separation from the divine. And the only way to break free from this system is to reclaim your power, to turn your attention inward, to reconnect with the source of all creation, the God within you. So I'll ask you again, what are you creating? What kind of reality do you want to experience? And are you ready to take responsibility for your power? Because the moment you do, everything changes. The moment you stop looking outside of yourself for answers, for validation, for salvation, and start looking within, you become unstoppable. You become free. This is just the beginning. There's so much more to uncover, so much more to remember, so much more to awaken to. But for now, I want you to sit with this truth: you are not separate from God. You are not separate from life. You are not separate from anything. You are infinite. You are divine. You are the creator of your reality. Now that you've begun to awaken to the truth that you are not separate from God, that you are a creator of your reality, let's dive deeper into how this power is being used against you every single day. Because while the secret elite knows the blueprint of creation, they've weaponized it, not to empower you, but to keep you in a state of disconnection, confusion, and dependence. They understand the mechanics of how reality works, and they've crafted a system so intricate, so pervasive, that you might not even realize you're trapped in it. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you understand how it works, you can break free. Here's the first principle of the hidden blueprint: energy flows where attention goes. This is a universal law of creation, and it's incredibly powerful. Whatever you focus on, you energize. Whatever you give your attention to, you bring into your experience. The secret elite knows this, which is why they work so hard to control your attention. Think about it. Why do you think the news is filled with fear, conflict, and division? Why do you think social media is designed to keep you scrolling endlessly, bombarded by ads, drama, and distractions? It's not a coincidence. It's by design. They know that if they can keep your attention on fear, scarcity, and separation, they can keep you trapped in a low vibrational state. And when you're in that state, you're much easier to control. You become reactive instead of proactive. You live in survival mode, constantly chasing, avoiding, or defending, instead of consciously creating. In essence, they hijack your creative power and use it to fuel the very system that oppresses you. But it doesn't stop there. The next layer of the blueprint is belief. Your beliefs are the foundation of your reality. What you believe about yourself, about the world, about what's possible. These beliefs shape your experience of life. The secret elite knows this, which is why they've spent centuries programming your beliefs. Through culture, religion, education, and media, they've fed you narratives designed to limit you. Narratives like you're not enough, you need to prove your worth, life is a struggle, or you need someone or something outside of yourself to save you. These beliefs are not accidental, they're deliberate, because if you believe you're powerless, you won't even try to access your true power. If you believe you're separate from God, you'll keep searching for divinity outside of yourself, never realizing it's been within you all along. And if you believe the world is a fixed, rigid place where you have no say, you'll play the role of a victim instead of stepping into your role as a creator. Let me ask you this: what do you believe about yourself? About your potential? About the nature of reality? Have you ever stopped to question whether those beliefs are truly yours, or whether they've been planted in you by a system designed to keep you small? Because here's the truth: most of what you believe isn't even yours. It's conditioning. And the moment you start to question it, the cracks in the system begin to show. But the blueprint goes even deeper. The secret elite not only manipulates your attention and beliefs, they manipulate your emotions. Why? Because emotions are energy in motion. They're the fuel of creation. Think about it: when you feel something deeply, whether it's love, joy, fear, or anger, it has a way of shaping your actions, your choices, and your reality. The secret elite understands this, which is why they work so hard to keep you in an emotional state of fear, anger, and division. Fear is their favorite tool. Fear shuts down your higher faculties. It disconnects you from your intuition, your creativity, and your sense of connection to the divine. When you're afraid, you're easier to manipulate. You cling to authority, to external structures, to anything that promises safety. And this is exactly how they want you to live: constantly afraid, constantly looking outside of yourself for solutions, never realizing that the power to create is within you. But here's the good news: the blueprint works both ways. The same principles they use to control you can be used to free yourself. The moment you take back control of your attention, your beliefs, and your emotions, you start to reclaim your power. You start to align with the truth of who you are. And when you do that, the system begins to lose its grip on you. So where do you begin? Start with your attention. Pay attention to what you're giving your energy to. Are you focusing on fear, conflict, and lack? Or are you focusing on love, possibility, and abundance? The more you consciously direct your attention, the more you begin to create a reality that aligns with your highest self. Next, examine your beliefs. Question everything. Ask yourself, is this belief serving me? Does it align with the truth of who I am? Or is it keeping me small and disconnected? And if a belief no longer serves you, let it go. Replace it with a belief that empowers you, that reminds you of your infinite potential. And finally, take ownership of your emotions. This doesn't mean suppressing them or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means becoming aware of your emotional state and choosing to shift it when it's not aligned with the reality you want to create. For example, if you're feeling fear, ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Is this fear real, or is it a story I'm telling myself? And then choose to focus on something that brings you into a state of love, gratitude, or peace. Because those emotions are the fuel for the life you truly want to create. Let me leave you with this thought: the secret elite may know the hidden blueprint of creation, but they don't own it. No one does. It's universal, It's within you, waiting to be activated. The moment you remember who you are, the moment you reclaim your power as a creator, the system they've built begins to crumble, because their power only exists as long as you forget yours. So I'll ask you again, what are you focusing on? What do you believe? And how are you using your emotions to shape your reality? The answers to these questions hold the key to your freedom. Now, let's take everything we've explored so far and go even deeper. If the secret elite knows how to manipulate attention, beliefs, and emotions to control your reality, then what's the ultimate secret they're hiding? What is it that they truly fear you will discover? It's this: within you lies a divine technology, a system so advanced, so powerful, that it makes even the most sophisticated human inventions pale in comparison. This technology is not external, it's not something you need to acquire. It is you. It's embedded in your very being, and it gives you direct access to the infinite creative force of the universe. But here's the catch: they don't want you to know how to use it. Think about it. If you fully activated this inner power, you would no longer need their systems of control. You wouldn't rely on their institutions, their hierarchies, or their narratives to define your life. You wouldn't need their approval, their permission, or their validation. You would become sovereign. And a sovereign being is the greatest threat to a system built on control and dependence. So let's explore this divine technology. Let's uncover what it is, how it works, and most importantly, how you can begin to unlock it. The first component of this inner technology is your mind, not just the surface-level chatter of thoughts, but the deeper, more profound aspect of your consciousness. Your mind is like a transmitter and receiver, constantly interacting with the energetic field of the universe. Every thought you have sends out a frequency, and that frequency shapes the reality you experience. This is why your attention and beliefs are so powerful. They determine the quality of the signals you're broadcasting. But here's the key: your mind is not the source of your power. It's the interface. The true source of your power lies beyond the mind, in the still, silent presence that witnesses your thoughts. That presence is your higher self, your divine essence, the part of you that is directly connected to the infinite. The secret elite knows this, which is why they keep you distracted with endless noise, so you never notice the stillness within you. Because if you did, you would realize that you are not your thoughts, your fears, or your limitations. You are the awareness behind them, and that awareness is limitless. The second component of your divine technology is your heart. Science is only beginning to understand what spiritual traditions have known for millennia, that the heart is far more than a physical organ. It's an energetic center, a gateway to higher dimensions of consciousness. Your heart generates the strongest electromagnetic field in your body, and this field interacts with the world around you in profound ways. When you tune into your heart, when you align with its energy of love, compassion, and gratitude, you activate a power that transcends logic and reason. You tap into the universal flow of life itself. But here's what they don't want you to know: the heart is the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. It's the portal through which you access the infinite intelligence of the universe. When you live from your heart, you stop being a passive observer of life and become an active participant in creation. You stop being reactive and start being proactive. And most importantly, you start to experience the interconnectedness of all things. You realize that you are not separate from the world, you are the world, expressing itself in human form. The third component of your divine technology is your body. Yes, your body. For too long, we've been taught to see the body as something separate from the spirit, as something less than divine. But this is another lie designed to disconnect you from your power. Your body is not just a biological machine, it's a vessel for divine energy. It's a living, breathing expression of the infinite, and it has its own intelligence, far beyond what the mind can comprehend. Have you ever noticed how your body instinctively knows what it needs, how it heals itself, grows itself, and adapts to its environment without any conscious effort on your part? That's the divine intelligence at work. And when you learn to listen to your body, to honor it, and to align with its natural rhythms, you unlock a wellspring of energy and wisdom. You begin to operate as a whole being, mind, heart, and body working in harmony. But here's the most profound truth about this divine technology: it's not something you have to learn or acquire. It's something you already are. The secret elite doesn't have access to some special power that you don't. The difference is, they know how to use it, while you've been conditioned to forget. They've spent centuries mastering the art of focus, intention, and alignment, while you've been programmed to doubt yourself, to seek answers outside of yourself, and to believe that you're powerless. So how do you begin to unlock your divine technology? How do you reclaim the power that's already yours? The answer is simple, but not easy. You must turn inward. You must quiet the noise of the world and reconnect with the stillness within you. Start by observing your thoughts without judgment. Notice the stories your mind tells you and ask yourself, are these stories true? Do they serve me, or are they keeping me small? Then drop into your heart. Take a moment to feel the energy there. Breathe deeply and focus on feelings of love, gratitude, and compassion. These emotions are not just feelings, they're frequencies. And when you align with these frequencies, you begin to shift your entire reality. Finally, listen to your body. Pay attention to its signals, its needs, its wisdom. Treat it as the sacred vessel it is, and honor the divine intelligence that flows through it. Let me ask you a question. If you knew, without a doubt, that you were a divine being capable of shaping your reality, how would you live your life differently? How would you think, feel, and act? Because the truth is, you are that being. You always have been. The only thing standing between you and your power is the belief that you don't have it. And that's exactly what they fear, that you'll remember who you are, that you'll awaken to the infinite potential within you, that you'll stop playing their game and start creating your own. This is the secret they'll never tell you. But now you know. This is it, the final piece of the puzzle. We've uncovered the lies, the manipulation, and the systems designed to keep you disconnected from your true power. We've explored the divine technology within you, the mind, the heart, and the body that holds the key to your infinite creative potential. But now, it's time to go one step further. It's time to break free, to step out of the game they've built around you and reclaim the life that is rightfully yours. But let me ask you something first. What does freedom mean to you? Is it just the absence of struggle? Is it having more money, more success, or more control? Or is it something deeper? True freedom isn't about changing your external circumstances, it's about transcending them. It's about realizing that you are not a product of the world, you are the creator of it. It's about stepping beyond the illusions of fear, limitation, and separation, and living from the infinite truth of who you really are. Here's what the secret elite doesn't want you to know: the game they've created only works if you believe in it. It only works if you accept the rules they've set. And the greatest rule of all, the rule that keeps you trapped, is the belief that you are powerless, that you are small, separate, and dependent on their systems for your survival. But here's the truth: the moment you stop believing in their game, it loses its power. The moment you remember that you are a sovereign being, connected to the infinite source of all creation, the game collapses. So how do you break free? It starts with awareness. You must see the game for what it is: a system designed to distract you, divide you, and keep you in a constant state of seeking. seeking approval, seeking success, seeking happiness, seeking God. But the truth is, you don't need to seek anything. Everything you've been looking for is already within you. The love, the peace, the abundance, it's all there. The only thing you need to do is turn inward and reconnect with it. The next step is to take responsibility. This is where most people hesitate, because it's easier to blame the world, the system, or the secret elite for your struggles. But the moment you take responsibility for your life, for your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs, you take back your power. You stop being a victim of the game and become the creator of your own reality. And this doesn't mean you have to fix everything overnight. It simply means choosing, moment by moment, to live from a place of awareness, love, and truth. Finally, you must trust. Trust in the divine intelligence that flows through you. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and that the universe is always working in your favor. The secret elite thrives on your fear because fear disconnects you from your power. But when you trust, when you align with the energy of love, gratitude, and abundance, you become unstoppable. You step into the flow of life, and miracles begin to unfold. So let me ask you this: are you ready to break free? Are you ready to stop playing their game and start creating your own? Because the truth is, the game has no power over you unless you give it power. The moment you remember who you are, the moment you reclaim your divine sovereignty, the world changes. Not because the external world has shifted, but because you have. You've stepped out of the illusion and into the infinite truth of your being. This is the great liberation. This is what the secret elite fears most: that you will awaken, that you will rise, that you will remember. They've built an entire system to keep you asleep, but now you know the truth. And once you know, you cannot unknow. So go. Step into your power. Live from your heart. Trust in the divine. And remember, you are not separate from God. You are not separate from life. You are the creator, the light, the infinite, and the game. It was never real to begin with. It's time to let it go, and finally, to be free.